Didn't you? I was like, there's no point buying a PC that doesn't have Wi-Fi, right? What? Oh, all right. Are we back? Are we back in business? Beep, beep. Batteries are charged at the very least. Right, so I went ahead and I pulled out some green bean cardstock, and I have had a wee piece in here, a spare, so I'm using that to cut another one of those panels from my DL, not my DL, my normal stitch slimline trio, like I saw. And I'm going to now use the slimline scenery dies to create some grass from this panel. Maybe like so. I want it to be tall enough that it's actually seen through the apertures on there. Let's give that a go. Any better now, Craigie? Yeah, but I don't know where it went to. All right, let's see. Roberta's here and Suzanne's here. Whee! And Justin says, yeah, you're back. Hello, hello, hello. I am back, alive and kicking. Did you find it, Craigie?
No.
Have a wee look, see if I can find it. Not in a pen pot or something? Or on a windowsill? Craig's looking for something. Roberta says, I've missed you, Lesley. Oh, thank you so much. I have missed you guys too, especially last week, because the week before I had Mum and Dad over. And then last week I was desperate for a little playtime. But I just couldn't do it. So I wanted to show you guys this. I'm not sure what screen I'm on. Let me see. This one should work. And this is the, thank you. This is the what is it called? Stitch wood grain texture dye. There we go. Let me hold this up. So can you see the way that it has this texture on it now? Really kind of hard to see, but here, try to go close. Can you see where this loop comes down and then up again? That's actually the edge of the die where it goes from one panel to the other, but it looks pretty much seamless. So you'll get a lot of use out of that die, even if you're not using it for A2 size cards. So that's going to be really fun. So here we have our butterscotch right on top. And then we have our grass. So we could either put our grass here on the front, or we could put our grass behind. I'm not sure which I'm going to go for. Maybe you guys could help decide. Maybe we'll put one behind and then do another smaller one on the front. That might be cool. What do you guys think? And I've gone ahead and I've stamped a couple of critters from here. You still need that thing, Craig? I imagine it's been put into a drawer or something. Jasmine says, I need to do a massive cardstock order with you because I'm running low. Awesome. Roberta says it's lagging behind, maybe. Let's have a go here. All right, so I'm going to color in my deer and my little squirrel. So for my deer, I pulled out my Nuvo pens tonight because I've not actually used these in ages. And I thought it would be good to give them a little spin around the block, as it were. So this one is, what is this called? Brown sugar.
Just going to try disconnecting them.
Okay, so we might lose you for a second. Is it the position? We're not that far away from.
Running off of the wire network.
Oh man. I've now realized why I haven't used all these before in a long time. Short and brown. Yeah, I think I need to pull out some other colors to blend these in.
Lose it again.
Oh, Craig, we can't keep doing this.
No, you're not. You're like, stop playing.
Oh, really?
It's really not good.
Cuteness. Now, there's one called like Tea Rose or something that I quite like the look of. Cantaloupe is cute too. How are we looking?
Well, we're back online.
We're back online, okay. Back for now, eh? Now, do I have there's butterscotch. I don't think I want that one. I think I'm more of a skin tone color. What is this? Oh, garlic clove. I love a garlic clove. Perfect. There we go. We've got one of our little deer already colored in. So let's move on to the other one. Craig says it's a strange one. Other devices are running at full speed. So we're having a fight. Always feels like we're fighting, doesn't it, Craig? The world does not want us to live stream. Roberta says we have that issue on our Wi-Fi from time to time too.
Seems to be more stable now.
More stable now, you think? Are we running on Wi-Fi or are we running on cable? Who knows? So true. I just want to be able to stream. I want to be able to stream and know how to work it and get it done. I don't know why it has to be so difficult sometimes. How are we doing? Roberta says, did you have a nice time with your mum and your dad? Yes, thank you, Roberta. I had a lovely time. It was a little bit manic. It was a little bit one of those situations where you've got a full itinerary. They all want to go and do things and see things. And it was it was very busy, but it was really, really lovely to see them. And I think they really enjoyed seeing where we live now. So that actually was awesome. We got to give them the tour of like our favorite places and things, favorite little walks with the dog and everything. So we were really, really happy to have them over and get to show them around the place. For this last deer who's sitting down, who is like the cutest, I'm going to go with a turtle dove base and then come in over the top with my brown. Just going to have a little bit of a different color, a bit lighter. Bit of a cooler color. Just to mix up the color palette a little bit. Super cute. A delicate rose for the nose. Amy says, are you crafting alone today? Yes, it's late at night. It is nearly 10 p.m. So Morgan actually is on her way to see her mummy and daddy tonight. So she is off on her way to near Aberdeen. So no Morgan to play with just now. Although I have to say it was really nice because we got to do a little bit of crafting this afternoon. And not only with Morgan, but also with Natalie. So Natalie's been with us for over a month and she had not had the pleasure of crafting yet, which was absolutely shocking. But that is just what happens whenever you have a new release happen. So we've been saying for practically the full month, let's get crafting, let's get crafting. And it just never happened. So today I was like, right, let's do this one. And we did, and it was awesome. Okay, so I've got 3 little deer colored in, super, super cute. I'm also going to go for the tree trunk. And I'm going to actually color it in using some gray tones here. Where did that turtle dove one go to? Kind of give it that look of a beech tree. That lighter on top though. Marcy says, I've had visits like that. You need a vacation just to recover from the visit. Yes, it was definitely one of those ones. You know exactly what I mean. All right, so next question is, here you go, guys. For my little squirrel, should I do a red squirrel or a gray squirrel? Those are our choices over here in the UK. Do you have any other types of squirrels that you guys have in your country? I like both red and gray squirrels. I think, is it the red squirrels that are nearly extinct because the gray squirrels just chase them away, or is it the other way around? I can't remember. Gray, says Marcy. All right. I'll go for a little gray squirrel. Little cutie. Oh, Amy's saying red. We might have to do multicolored squiggles. This little squirrel is my favorite. And gray. We'll give him a dove gray belly. maybe blend it out with a little garlic clove. Love that. And then for his tail, we need it to be a bit more silvery. So what should we do? What's that? Soft taupe. Oh yeah. Soft taupe would be nice. And maybe what we'll do is we'll add little flecks using the grey brown blend, the light one. Looks brilliant. Amy says rainbow squirrel. I'm not opposed to a rainbow squirrel. That sounds like it'd be lots of fun. All right, all right, all right, all right. So here we have I like to call this one the big mama deer. And then we've got two baby deer. Let's cut this out. Glad it was a great visit. Yes, it definitely was a great visit. But even better was the visit that we had last week, which was Piper's best friend from down in England. They still talk to each other on Xbox and things like that. We play together at the weekends. And she didn't know that that Sophia was coming. So we had Sophia's mom, Alexia, had planned this little trip. And a little while ago, Sophia had gone to Edinburgh with her granny and granda. And there was a whole lot of things that they never got a chance to do that they wanted to do. So she said to Sophia that they would go to Edinburgh and that we'll just take a weekend to Edinburgh and we will do all the things that you wanted to do. How does that sound? And she was like, yeah, let's do that, Mummy. And so that was the big plan as far as Sophia was concerned. That's what was happening. They were going to Edinburgh. And on our end, Piper had been wanting to have loom bands. Do you guys remember loom bands? Loom bands were all the rage a little while ago with the kiddos. I think they kind of went out of fashion again. Well, loom bands has made a resurgence, especially in Piper's school. And she was desperate for some loom bands. So we looked in all our local shops and I said, you know what? I know. We'll go to Inverness. We'll take a trip. Inverness is about an hour away. So we'll go to Inverness and we'll have a look in the Range, which is a bigger sort of crafty shop. They'll probably have it. So we went all the way in there on the one errand, wink, wink, to see if we could find some loom bands. Jasmine says, I used to love loom bands. There you go. And so we went there and I said to her, oh, Abby, who had just left on the Monday, Abby accidentally left her hoodie at the airport. So while we're passing, we should go in and see if they have it in the lost and found department in Inverness. So that was our big ruse on our side of things. So we said, we'll go in and we'll ask. And of course, first of all, Piper was like, can I just sit in the car? And I'm like, I'm not very comfortable you sitting in the car. I don't know how long it's going to take to do the lost and found, blah, blah, blah. So finally convinced her to come inside. And she's getting tired. It's like 8 p.m. And she's like, can I just wait outside? And it's a very small airport. I should preface by saying it's a it's like a glorified garage or shed. So I was like, no, you need to come in. First of all, you stand here. I'll go and speak to the lady, and I'll go over and I say, is such and such a flight arrived yet? And she points to the corner and she goes, oh, keep an eye on the monitor over there, and it'll go green whenever the flight has landed. And I was like, okay, great. So I go back to Piper and I said, she's going to call her colleague and they're going to check the lost and found, and he's going to come out of that doorway over there. So she said, okay. And then we're waiting and waiting, and I'm secretly checking on my phone. The flight's delayed. So she wants to go outside. I'm like, yeah, let's go outside. I'll just go tell them we're waiting outside. And then we plane comes in overhead, and I am like secretly messaging Alexia, are you in yet? I saw an airplane. She's like, we're on the runway. Have you got off yet? Because we're just out here. So we're waiting for them to come through the door, through to the baggage reclaim where we were. And Piper and I are looking up like this, and everyone else is looking to the door where the baggage reclaim is, and I'm trying to sneak out of the corner of my eye so I can turn her around at the last minute. And so I have to say, it was really funny that Sophia came out, she had her mask on and a brand new haircut, and you could just see Piper's face. She was like standing there, and then she's like, she obviously, Sophia sort of waved at her, and she's like this, and she goes, and it was so cute. It was absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. So, best little surprise ever. Anyway, let's add some ink to these little guys. I'm going to add some rustic wilderness to this, to my grass, because I think it's my new favorite grass color. Used to be all about the mowed lawn. Now it's all about the rustic wilderness for me. Oh, so Jasmine mentioned a little while ago that I was having some problems with cardstock colors, and did she have to be worried? So there is still some problems with the cardstock color, but we actually just bought loads of the colors that they were discontinuing. So I'm hoping that means we're set for a while, a good while. We really did stock up a lot on those colors that they decided to discontinue. So that will keep us going for a good long while, which is nice. We've got some comments here. Roberta says, nice Matthew McConaughey impersonation there. All right, all right. I love unrealistic color combinations for anything that needs to be colored in within card making. Yes. Oh, you were saying about your rainbow, a rainbow squirrel. Yes. Do you follow Alberto? What is it? Loca Shekato or something like that on Instagram. He's amazing, and he's very, very good for doing things like that. He will frequently do little multicolored, rainbow colored critters, but his coloring is insanely incredible. Absolutely insane. Let's add a little tea dye to the bottom of this guy. Suzanne said, I love that story. How fun. Yay. It was so much fun. And poor Sophia, she still thought that she was in Edinburgh. She went, I didn't know that you were coming here. Like, actually, you're not in Edinburgh. Bless them. And they had a fantastic time. And then the next day, we asked them, did you get any sleep? And they went, yes. Well, they got up at 5 a.m. Can you believe it? We didn't bother too much because they are best friends, and it had been such a long time since they'd seen each other. But the next day we were, okay, let's watch a movie and snuggle in and basically don't go overboard with stimulus. Turn you over. Okay. Let's add a little bit of splatter to this panel. Now, somebody said that they love my shirt. Thank you so much. Except I have to say that I am actually still part of the gang that really wants Pluto back. I'm not emotionally ready to give up Pluto as a planet yet. I know it's been a while, but Pluto. Pluto. Let's go for something a little darker. It's so fun when you have a surprise visitor, absolutely. Amanda's here. Hey, Amanda. Amanda, I have added texture to my background panel. Can you see? And I'm mentioning that because our new monthly challenge is up. And it's all about texture. So if you haven't seen that, come on over to Have You Blogged, take a look. And I'd love you to join in on our challenge for this month. Okay, so here we go. Let's add a little splatter to this as well, although I think I'm probably just going to go for water splatters with this one. Oh, that's a bit much. There we go. Woo! Suzanne says, you have the best shirts. And I'm with you on Pluto. Thanks. I really like having shirts that are fun. Although I have to say that, well, maybe I was going to say that I find it really hard to get the right size, but maybe I'm really bad at doing laundry, which I think actually might actually be the problem. I took a shirt off the line the other day, and I said to Piper, oh, can you turn this the right way around for me? And as she did it, I went, oh, that's my shirt. And she said, did you think it was my shirt? And I went, no, I thought it was one of your dad's, because it was navy. It might have been this one. It was navy on the outside. And she went, I thought you'd think it was my shirt. And then she put it on, and I promise you, it was a little big on her, but it wasn't that big on her. So that scared the life out of me. So, oh, that child's getting too big, too fast. All right, this is taking a little minute to dry, but that's okay. Ooh, I love how it's coming together. Look at that, so good. Right, I'm gonna add a little bit of tape to the bottom of this, or maybe a little glue, Bert. Why not? To adhere it together. Oops. Loving it. Let's hold that down for a second. There's a beastie in my craft room. Go away. You're not invited. Okay, so here we have a little scene going on. And we have got deer. Got a tree stump. And a little squirrel. And another deer. A little sitting down deer. And you know what? I think I might actually use Mole Lot of Love and add a little mole to here because they are adorable, and because you can actually still get the Mole Lot of Love stamp set. This is an exclusive stamp set. We were giving it away free with pre-orders over on the Hefty Doodle store during our pre-order phase. We're now past that. However, we still have a promotion where you can get the skulls. Such a fool. Not the skulls, the moles. Free when you spend £30 in a store. And if you buy £45 worth of products, you'll actually get the dies free as well. What's not to love? So let's see. Have I got a little piece of card anywhere? Here we go. Louise is here, and Louise says, I love my little mole set. Thank you so much for my gift. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like it. You know what I love about the moles? I don't think I've even used these ones yet. Is his little heart nose. It's very cute. It's very cute indeed. All right, let's see if we can get this all inked up. I can't actually decide which mole I like best. This one is like, oh, with a little hand up. But then the other one is sitting like such a derpy wee man. He's so cute. Well, I would stamp this one because I was thinking I might try and make him pop out of a hole in the ground. Let's see if we can make that work. So I feel like I want them kind of to be looking at the mole because I think he would be kind of cute coming out of the ground. So we have a stamp set called Excellent News, and it has like a nest in it. So I'm thinking we could maybe use the nest, reposition the nest, or repurpose the nest as a mound of like dirt. We also have Hot Diggity Dogs. Let me go and grab those two to see if we can make any of those work. Hot Diggity Dog. There is a little dog digging in that one, which could work. Oh, that looks quite good actually. Let me get Excellent News just so I can show you anyway what I mean. It definitely looks more like, so Excellent News is like this, but I think it definitely looks more like a nest rather than grass, that one, or like a mound. So maybe this one will be better with a Hot Diggity Dog. Let's give that one a go. Ooh, let me catch up on. Bob says, what colors did you use for your grass? So for my grass, I used the Hefty Doodle green bean cardstock. And then I added a little ink using, oh, there's a wee beastie here. Go away, beastie. And I used a little of the Rustic Wilderness ink. Oh, you cheeky sausages. So for this, I don't want the dog. So I'm just going to ink up the bottom section. And using a wipey, I'm going to attempt to wipe away where the ink has gone on to the little paws. Like so. I'll give that a go. Nice. Roberta says, loving the color in the frame. Thanks, honey. Okay. So here's my little mole, and we're going to get him to pop out of the grassy mound here. So let's color him in first and foremost. And I'm going to go for some darker browns for this little guy. E79 up top. Here as well. E71. Oh, so beautiful. Now he's going to be underneath the grassy mound, so I don't actually need to do his feet or anything. Don't have to go too far down. E77 as well here. The mole hands. I know. He's like little claws. They're adorable, aren't they? Super cute. Awesome. Now let's do his little like snouty bit. We'll go for a tan kind of color. And I think for his claws, we'll do the same color actually. Looking good. And for his nose, R11 has to be pink, and we'll give him a little pink blushy cheek as well. So adorable. My family's surname on my mum's side is Moles, and they're obsessed with them. I'm going to get a lot of use out of these guys. Yay! That's great news. All right, so let's add some color. Oh, that's, oh no, that's not grass, is it? That's supposed to be dirt. Silly me. There we go. Add some grass on there, and let's see if we can turn this into dirt, or if I have to redo it. I've got a base of E37 here. And I will darken that up near the bottom, your E47. And also just give it a little pop of color to add some kind of texture. A couple of little dots here and there. Like so. So there's no top of my stamp on here, but that's okay. We will get to that in a minute. Dirt with a bit of grass in it. That's true. Then dirt will have grass in it. All right. These back over here again. Might need them, so I won't put them too far away. Molies. Every time I think of moles, I think of, is it Thumbelina? And the little song that goes, dearie, marry the mole. That's what's going through my head. And also from what is it, Atlantis? I watched Atlantis not long ago. And there's the French guy, Molière, and he looks like a mole, essentially. And he has like big goggles, little nose. He's funny. Yay. Okay, so that's mold. And for the hot diggity dog die, it of course will cut out, or want to cut out, a little bit of dog on the top of it, but we will deal with that like so. And actually I don't want it to cut along this bottom edge, so I'm going to do some partial die cutting, which means I will place my top plate on top like this, but leave the bottom section of my die exposed, which means there will not be any pressure on that bottom section of the die. And that means I can just trim it away with my scissors. Like so. Amanda from Pear Blossom says, I always think of the phrase, holy moly. Yeah, exactly. Marcy says, I think of Austin Powers movie. There's a line in the movie about a guy that has a mole on his face. I forgot about that. I was thinking of adding a halo from the angel set and making a punny card. A holy moly. That's a brilliant idea. Awesome. I love that. So this guy's going to go in here. And in fact, what I'm going to do is cut along his paw, I think. Am I? I have the little paw coming out. Let's give it a go. Concentration, quietness. There we go. And let's just go ahead and trim this down. And the gap where there was the little dog paws, I'll add in a line. Using my memento marker. Oopsies. So now I can put my little Moley behind like this. Look, he's sticking out. Let's add a little bit of glue behind him to secure him in place. Cute little paw coming out of the grass. Or coming out of the dirt, I mean. So maybe we could have him, let's think. Places, please. Places, please. All right, so we could have him, first of all, we could have him coming out the back like so, but I think he's probably a bit big for that at the moment. So we could have him coming out of the front. Ooh, I've already stuck that down. But coming out this front bit here, we could trim that down. Stick him out from there. We could also put another piece of grass on the front that layers over like this. Looking at the little mole. I actually quite like the fact that it has the frame. So, but let's cut another piece of cardstock. Let's cut another piece of grass and see what it looks like. We'll see what it looks like. Martha says, I'm working on a Boss's Day card as I watch using the shadow box die. Oh, a Boss's Day card. Is that a card for your boss? Is there a day where you honor your boss? Is that a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a thing? That's cool. Or is it just for your boss, like their birthday or something? I've never heard of a boss's day before, but I'll be sure to tell my team. It'll be like on the run up to my birthday or Mother's Day or something. I have to, like, I'm completely done with dropping hints. Hints don't work. I have to go 4 days to my birthday, guys. 3 days to Mommy's birthday. Just so you all are aware. Mommy's birthday in less than 48 hours. There's no point being subtle about it. Marcy says, yes, do they have it? Nikki? I didn't know that. Marcy says, I really like my boss. I never give my past bosses cards. I will tell them. Oh dear. Another bit of grass to this. See what it looks like. We might decide no, but we might decide yes. And if we do decide yes, then I'm sure I'll find, I mean, if we do decide no, I'm sure I'll find a home for a strip of grass in the future. But if you do a boss's day, do you have to do like secretary day or assistant day? Good question. Wrong way. Here we go. So here we have this one where we could go on the front. Oh, quite like that. Let's see, Mr. Man. Let's trim him down because he's being a little bit over white at the moment. And I probably will hide all of the grass, to be honest. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. I love him a lot. Okay, let's trim away some of this. It's not the right color, so we'll have to make it work. Loving my grass. Let's give it a little bit of inky on the side. What did I do with my not wilted, rustic dude? What did I do with my rustic wilderness? Here it is. I'm not even going to bother taking out the ink pad. It's going to be a rebel. I love it. Oh, so good. Such a good color. Very happy that Ranger Ink brought out that color. All right, so this is going to go right down here. And this little dude is going to be popping right out of it and probably over one of my frames just for fun. There we go, just his little paws, little claw, I guess, maybe he is, over there, ever so slightly for extra fun. This guy is going to be looking this way. And then we're going to have a deer that's looking backwards. And one here. And one like this. I feel like this deer is out of place. Maybe he can be hiding in the background. Oh, that looks better, I think. What do you guys think? Does that look good? I had considered adding a few birch trees to the background, like so. But I think that might make it too overwhelming. I'm not sure. Oh man. Let me throw the dog out. Mute, please. No. The dog heard a car turning outside and decided that he did not want any part of it. Who threw the dog out? Me, I did. All right, how are we looking? Do we like the look of this? What do you think about the trees? Should we go for trees in the background or should we leave the trees out? I think no trees. I think it's going to look overwhelming if we go with trees. Let's pop this down. I do think, however, we're going to add a little tape. A little foam tape. Look, my 5mm foam tape is on its last legs. It's been well loved. But you also know how much I use it, so it has lasted incredibly well. Luckily, we got a delivery of foam tape this week. Oh, here we go. Yes, we have Professional Administrator Day. It used to be called Secretary's Day, but they changed it because men can also be administrative assistants. Does secretary have a female connotation? Does it? Does it have a gender connotation? Secretary? I guess it probably does, but not from a language point of view, right? Interesting. Interesting stuff. Oh, that little mole just steals my heart. It's so good. Right, so this is going to go here. We're going to stick this little guy on here. We're going to tuck his feet in. No, we're going to put him right on top, right there. And I need a little bit of foam tape for his head to pop him up. In the good old, not the good old days, in the old days it did, absolutely. Where's my glue dots? Couple of little dots here. Let's stick this on. I just think he's so cute. Hopefully you guys do too. And I think we're going to need a little bit of foam tape for behind this deer's head as well. Amanda says, I need to order more foam tape. Well, you need to order soon because we ordered like 300. We always have to wait ages for them as well. We ordered like 300 and then one of the distributor that we use, they ordered, they had ordered 100. So we were like, okay, here you go, here's 100. And then we said, okay, just let you know, your order will ship tomorrow. And they went, oh, can we have an extra 100, please? And I was like, oh, okay. And then at the same time, we got another retailer order in. So we just got some more, but it won't last. It won't last. Oh, I feel like I've not put him in the right place. We don't want him covering this little guy, do we? There we go. Marcy says, I just ordered more memo tape. I was down to 2 rolls and I was panicking. I know, I use it so much. Definitely can't run out of that. Oh, it's so cute, right? He needs a little bit behind his noggin as well. Nice. I'm loving loving this card. I think it's so much fun. Now, what sentiment are we going to put on? Is the big question. I feel like it should be something like surprise, like the mole is coming out to play. Oh, Ranger. Just trying to get my black glaze pen primed so that I can add a little bit of talking to the people on my screen. I went surprise, and I think Ranger did not appreciate it. Per grumpy dog. Hey, you grumpy dog? Yeah, he's a grumpy dog. Okay, you guys, so I have been very vocal, pretty much, about my love-hate relationship for gel pens. And I have one here, which is a jelly roll, and I find that it is temperamental, like it'll come out a bit scratchy. And I got the Essential Gel Pens from Pear Blossom Press, and Amanda's watching, so pressure's on Amanda. No, I'm just letting you guys know because I did try the white one out last week, or maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was really impressed by it, and it was consistent. I know I'm going a little bit slower, but it is actually consistent. So I'm going to go ahead and add some details. Using the white gel pen. If the gel pens worked like this every time I used them, I would have no problem. Love him. So far, it has put down the white line every time. No like scratchiness. Love it. So kudos, Amanda. And also, Piper made a project. She had a project last week. She was just playing in my craft room, and I was like, came in like, oh, tidying up, child. Children never tidy up after themselves. And I lifted, I wonder if I can find it. I lifted the piece of paper that she was working on. Oh, here it is. Now I'm going to try and get this so you can see it. So she had stamped flowers like so. Let me see. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And I was like, that's pretty, but if I bend it, can you see the shimmer on it? I don't think you can see properly. Oh, there. Can you see it? Oh, it's so pretty. And I actually ran down to a room and I was like, did you do this? Did you do this? How did you do this? And I think she used the gold pen over the black. She likes to add a little bit of shimmer. So she stamped it in black and then went over it with the gold pen. So I will definitely have to try that one out as well. So cool. Jasmine says, I see it shimmery. Yeah. I think the next time I'm ordering some Easy Lights, if you sell the gel pens to retailers, I'll have to get some for the store. Right, guys, what kind of a sentiment are we going to put on this? Let's have a little look through our stash, shall we? Oh, actually, maybe we should use one of the ones from Dear to Me, because we have a lot of dears on here. So we have, well, hello, dear. Well, actually, I quite like that because he's like popping up going, well, hello, dear. I quite like that. We've got to a dear friend. You are so dear to me. And then, oh, dear. So these sentiments are actually really quite fun. Let's see if I can find anything to where this hello dear will stamp onto. I'm going to have a little look at the rounded, what is it called? The stitched rounded rectangles, is that what it's called? I think it's going to be a little too short, that one. But we might be able to use something else in our stash, so bear with me a moment. I think the hello, sorry, the what she's saying is going to be a little on the small side. We've got a die here from Popping By, which will cut it down to the right sort of height. So let's give that a go, shall we? We'll have him this here with a well, hello, dear. And I think I'm going to add, what color shall I have my well, hello, dear? I think I might go for gray and bring in some of the colors from my little squiggle. Maybe some oyster shell. So it just goes to show, look around, look at your die, see what you've got. You might be able to find something that works. I love punny sentiments, says Marcy. Oh, one of those new stitch tags cut down would look great. You are correct. Let me see if I can find them. That is a perfect idea. That was my problem. I wasn't looking at the new release stuff. Perfect. Well, hello, dear. Which one do we want is the question. Let's try that. We shall have to die cut first of all, because it is a solid die. By design, so we'll cut first of all like a saw. Let's see if we can make this work. And then we'll have, well, hello there, right there in the middle. Which means we want this to be roughly about there. I'm going to try and line up the little stitching. So first of all, I'll nestle it in so it's in the stitching, and then I will slide it up one notch at a time. 1, 2. I'm going to attempt 3 and measure. I think that could work. We'll give it a go. And we only want this very end piece cut, so we shall align the plates accordingly. Ta-da! So there is a little extension here where that comes down, but I don't think anyone's going to notice that, to be honest. Good idea, Amanda. 10 bonus points for you. Now we're going to stamp on it. Just put my Misty away. And I think I'm going to stamp using a green color. So first of all, I am actually going to stamp onto the white card. Just to make sure I'm happy with the color. Oh dear. Yeah, fun not intended. That's the problem with these. I want to hang on to you. Okay, so I have a Catherine Pooler ink called Deck the Halls, and I think it will be perfect for this. Lovely. I love it. Okay. So that looks like it's going to work really well. Let's pop this right on top. Awesome. Oh, I love that. Especially because it's going to look like the little guy is saying it. Such fun. Let me go ahead and peel off some of these other stamps while I have my stamp set out. I think this is going to go right here. Actually, that little bit that extends down is going to hide right underneath his head, I think. We'll just add a little bit of foam tape behind it. I can find my scissors. Oops, I accidentally put that in my tub instead of my bin. I love it. There is also another little stitch here. It's not really something that I would normally get overly concerned about. But I want to add a couple of little gems, I think, to my card. So I will go ahead and grab some. There's some here. These are from my Mind's Eye enamel dots. There's some little green ones. I'm going to add some of them. Oopsies. To the card, first of all. I don't think the peach would really go at the moment. We do have a dark green and then a lighter green. So let me just double check what else I have in here. I think I might do one or two of these little ones. Cuteness. Love it. I think I've fallen back in love with enamel dots. All right, let's give this a little zoom in. There we go. We have a finished panel that can be attached to the front of a slimline card. We've got a lovely textured background using the wood grain texture plate die. We've used the slimline quartet die to create those storyboard panels. You can, of course, just cut them down here and create another type of frame if you wanted to. We've used Dear to Me and a little squirrel from Nuts About You. The mole from Mole Lotta Love. Holy moly. And we even used the Tiny Tag Trio to create that little panel for our punny sentiment. And we also used the slimline scenery dies and the slimline pull tab for our scallop background. I think it looks so cool. Too cute, says Amanda. So cute. Lots of so cutes and loves it. And Marcy says it came out great. Thank you guys so much for your comments. I'm going to call that a day for just now. I'm sorry we had a rocky start. Hopefully that the internet has calmed down. It seemed to be a bit better after the restarts. I just feel like we need to do another one or two little dots on here. So I'm going to do that before I go off to bed. Otherwise, I don't want to touch it. You know what it's like. You don't want to add glossy accents and then touch it. Yeah. Oh, there's my other camera gone. That's a sign. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me today. Oops, wrong way around. I will press this button. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I shall see you guys next week for more crafty fun time. Marcy says, thanks for taking time with us today, Lesley. Hope everyone has a great weekend, says Amanda. I'm planning on making some pumpkin sugar cookies. That's my plan for this weekend. Don't know if it'll actually happen, but hopefully so. Come back next week to find out if I did. Have a great one. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.